Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Leo and Aquarius on Fridays. I'm going to go ahead and take these these three cards, even though they kind of slid out of the deck. They didn't really jump out, and I usually only take jumpers, but we'll make an exception this time because it feels like I'm being called to take these cards. But either way, like I was saying, the deck that I'm using today is called the Morgan Greer Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description below. So as I was saying earlier, I usually only take jumpers. So those are the cards like this one that jump out of the deck, and sometimes they like to flip over in the deck like this one just did. I do see them. Usually I don't take them or anything because like I said, I really only take jumpers, and usually when they jump out in groups that are too big, I'll go ahead and put them back in and continue shuffling. But I do just want to let you guys know that my main goal here is to pull about 8 or 9 cards for you guys, and we can get started. So I'm just going to pull 4 or 5 more cards, and then we can get started on your reading. All right, Aquarius. So I do just want to remind you guys very quickly that in case you enjoy the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the Two of Wands. Right now, the Two of Wands is an energy about planning and sort of waiting to see what your next move is. I figure I always take this energy to mean sort of the second step in a 3-step process of enacting a plan. So the first step is to really take inventory and see what it is that your new environment, new stimulus, new situation is all about, right? So get to know it, understand what you're working with. And then the second phase, which is here, the Two of Wands, is you really sitting down and thinking about what your game plan is going to be. And then going through with that action. And then the Three of Wands is representative of you having already taken that plan, enacted it, and now you're waiting on sort of the first wave of feedback so that you can see how you're going to respond. So that tells me that you guys right now are doing a lot of thinking, really trying to sort of get the best outcome possible, I feel, for sure. And with this with this Knight of Swords and this Six of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of victory for you guys, right? I'm seeing a lot of success. So the Six of Wands is a really great card to have. It's my success and victory card. So the Six of Wands depicts somebody who has gone out to war and come back a winner, come back a champion, a victor, somebody who is celebrated by everyone around him, right? And it's hard to tell here because he's still marching into town, but in town, there's a whole group of people that are waiting to celebrate him. And this is your energy. I feel like you guys are winners, and you're not going to settle for anything less. And especially here with this Two of Wands, you guys are going to really come up with whatever plan it is that you want to, or rather that you need to get the success that you want. And with this Knight of Swords, I'm getting that for a lot of you guys, this success is directly tied to your communication and messages. So the Knight of Swords is, I believe, the fastest knight in the deck. So that's telling me that you guys are going to see a lot of quick movement here. I'd say probably in the upcoming days. So within probably the next couple days or couple weeks at the latest, expect there to be some kind of development that puts you in this Six of Wands energy. And it might even be just like a mild victory. It doesn't necessarily have to be this big bombastic winner take all kind of a situation, but I'm getting for sure that you're going to see something that's favorable. You're going to be in a lot of positive energy, especially if you shift your mindset into a way that calls in that positive abundance instead of really pushing it away. So I feel that we're just kind of like programmed and we're kind of taught to say negative things when things go wrong. Like, how often do you catch yourself saying things like, I hate my life, I suck at this, I suck at that, or whatever, right? And when we do that, we're manifesting more of that negativity into our lives. So I would highly recommend, instead of saying things that are negative, just switch it to something positive, right? And it doesn't have to be exactly 100% honest. Like, you could say, I'm okay with what just happened, even though you're a little upset, and you still honor and respect your feelings while trying to call in that positivity. Either way, I'm going to see huge success for you guys coming in eventually, and probably sooner than later, to be honest. Also, this is really interesting here. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords with the Queen of Cups. So that to me almost feels like this dichotomy, this head and heart kind of energy. So because these two queens are here, I'm getting that you guys are really going to take advantage of both your basically everything that's at your disposal. I feel like you're going to use sort of this emotional perspective to really get an answer that you want and that you're happy with and that you're going to be happy with, because there's nothing worse than going with the quote unquote logical answer and then just being miserable with it down the road. And once you have sort of this answer that you'll be happy with, you're going to use your brain to get there, right? And by utilizing these two energies, you're really going to get to a point where you're happy with your decision and it's the best possible one for you. And the next kind of energy that I want to draw attention to is this Emperor card. So the Emperor, for one, is somebody who is, how should I say this? Somebody who is well-rounded. They have the aspects of all the kings, right? Because the Emperor is sort of the traditional binary male version of, how should I say, I don't want to say perfection, but you kind of understand what I mean. Like, he's somebody who's invested time into his emotions. So he has the emotional intelligence of the King of Cups. He has the intellectual prowess of the King of Swords. He has the passion, the drive, the motivation of the King of Wands, as well as the physical abundance and material business know-how of the King of Pentacles, right? So he has all of that, and he's able to rule with an iron fist because of it. So, you know, regardless of if you identify yourself more with the Emperor energy or the Empress energy, it doesn't matter. I'm getting that you're certainly coming into this energy where you're powerful, you're in charge, and people are listening to you, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be like they're actually your subordinates or anything like that, but people are really valuing your opinion, and you're really getting a lot of respect now. And honestly, regardless of if you see that respect or not, you're going to get it, because I feel like a lot of the people actually that you're dealing with are very prideful. So they would never like tell you to your face how much they actually admire you, but behind closed doors, they're very, I don't want to say envious. It's like envious, but in a positive way. They're very admiring your qualities. They just think that you're like the bomb.com. Either way, you're really using these two aspects of your personality to your advantage. So I do want to also say that the Knight is the card that precedes the Queen, so that's some progression. And I also do want to say that for some of you guys, the signs that are associated with these elements might be important. So for the Queen, that's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And then for the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And the Queen of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But it's very weird here because I'm getting that for some of you, I'm seeing this Two of Cups, which is very romantic, right? That's very relationship oriented. It's in reverse. So it tells me like you might actually be entering a relationship where you end up sort of noticing the flaws in this person and they're not the Emperor or the Empress that you once thought they were. For some of you guys, I'm getting that the issue with your sort of soulmate energy here, which is what the Two of Cups and the upright represents, is that there's too much of that ruling with an iron fist like I was talking about earlier. So you want a partnership that's equal and balanced, right? If you are the emperor, you want an empress. And what I mean by that is you want somebody who has the qualities of all the kings and queens put together, like you do, or like you will once you get into this emperor energy. Either way, I'm seeing the death card and the tarot card. So honestly, I should have said this before, but please, if you're new to tarot, don't freak out. I'm sorry, Aquarius, the video got cut out. But like I was saying, with the death card, don't freak out. It doesn't mean a physical death, right? A lot of times the death card gets a lot of bad representation, and just sort of like all around miscommunications and whatever, because it means just death. What it really means is that it's an ending to something, and that ending brings with it a new beginning. So think of it this way. When you're planting a garden, you want to get rid of the weeds because the weeds sort of take away life force and energy from the other plants, right? So by getting rid of the weeds, you're effectively killing the weeds, but you're also saving the other plants, and you're leaving a space and opportunity for new plants to grow, right? So that's what the death card is doing. It's coming in and it's giving you some well-needed change in order to see all of your goals come through. Because you have the Tower in reverse. So the Tower represents a very strong and sometimes very painful change that can happen very quickly, and it gets a lot of bad representation, or rather a bad reputation as well, because it can be very painful and very difficult to get through. Either way, for a lot of you guys, I'm getting that you're also, I looked at the clock and it was at 111, but either way, I'm getting that you guys have been holding on to something for a long time and not allowing it to change, and sort of ripping off the band-aid didn't work. So now the death card is coming in here to make the changes a little bit more bearable, I feel, and allow you to sort of be in this Tower energy and work with it instead of working against it. So what does this all have to do with your plan, master plan? Some changes are going to happen that's going to make it far easier to facilitate your plan making and your taking of action. And by sitting down and thinking about your plan, I highly suggest you make the best of these two energies of your brain and your heart, so that you're able to really come to the best possible solution for yourself and achieve this victory that you want, right? So with that being said, Aquarius, that was your reading, and I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment if you did, and I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Aquarius videos on Fridays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for next reading.